Hey y'all. Did you know that you're making things way more complicated than they need to be? And that's why everything feels wrong and out of place? Because it is. Because you overcomplicated everything. And once you start overcomplicating things, it's you kind of get stuck in this loop where obviously the only way to get your way out of it is to overcomplicate everything in a different direction. But all that does is just make more things complicated, but just a different kind of complicated. So, how do we fix this? Let's try something else. Oh, wait. Too many steps to that plan. Too many variables that could go wrong. And wow, what do you know? What of the variables went wrong because you don't know everything? And let me save you some time. You never will. You gotta give up. And that sounds so nihilistic. Like you're a quitter. And I guess in some ways you are quitting. You are literally giving up control over the situation, and you're in many ways admitting that you don't know what to do. But face it, you don't know what to do. Like you there's constantly curveballs that come your way, and there's constantly variables you could never have expected that necessitate a change in plans, and that you need to be able to think on the fly to get things back on track. That gets tiring, man. No one really wants that. Like you can't go through your whole life just playing catch up and like trying to catch the dishes that are falling off the shelf before they shatter, because like you might have really good reflexes, but not forever. And even if you did forever, like, is that what you want life to be? Playing catch up? Trying to anticipate when the next thing will fall? Trying to know the problems that will arise? Spending all of your time focusing on what could go wrong instead of spending time existing in the moment, enjoying what is? It sounds obvious when you say it out loud like that. If you're spending your life worrying about what can happen or might happen and making sure that does not happen, you're going to spend your life worrying. And that is no way to live. That is not fair to you. That is not what you deserve. You deserve to live a life of joy. That is your destiny. That is what you were made for. It is your function. It's the only thing you really want when you get down to it. Like, if you want to strip everything to its bare bones, like, the joy may take different forms, but, like, yeah, you'd like to be joyful all the time, right? Like, you're never like, oh man, I really wish I was sad right now. Man, I really wish I was worrying about things. Like, when you strip it down, all you want is to be full of joy. And the only way that can ever happen is when you're right here, right now. Think of all the times you're joyful. It's because you're in a moment of bliss. Emphasis, moment of bliss. And the thing is, there's only one moment. There is no future moment. There are no moments that have come before. There is only right now, and there's only ever been right now, and there only ever will be right now. You can only experience anything right now. So if you want to experience joy, it's gotta come now. So you need to live now in this moment. And that's so scary, especially if you're a worrier like myself, especially if you're constantly you've lived a life where, and maybe for good reason, chaos has been all around you. What seem you look around at other people's lives and compared to yours, man, it's just not the same. For me to get my life to look anything like those people's lives, I got to do a lot of work. I got to do a lot of heavy lifting to get to that place. And the thing is, humans are amazing. They're spectacular. They can do so much. So, like, if they want to, they can really spend a lot of energy to get to a place where they are living that life that they always wanted. But unless they are living it in the moment to moment, they're not really living it. They're just holding on to an idea of a life. Like they have it on a shelf. They're like a kind of person that collects Funko Pops, keeps them in the box in like in a storage closet forever. Hypothetical enjoyment. That life that you want, that life you may have, means nothing if you're not there to enjoy it. And you can I can understand that some people, they can live a life where it's like 50-50, you know? Hey, I just got to put in a lot of work, really work my butt off, and then I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. Like that's the world we live in, right? We live in like a 7-day or 5-day work week, 5 days off to 5 days on, 2 days off. Work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard. Then you get to like exhale, relax, enjoy the moment just for a little bit before work hard, work hard, work hard. It like does it not seem weird? Does it not seem counterintuitive that we have to suffer for 5/7 of the week to enjoy 2/7? Like, do you believe we're in a universe where we're supposed to be suffering 5/7 of the time? Does that seem like the natural order of things? It doesn't to me. I see a world of love, a world of creation, a world of offering our hand to others. That's when we feel most ourselves. And yeah, there's horrible things going on, horrible things all over. If you want to be sad every moment of every day because of the atrocities happening around the world, you absolutely can, and that is your right to do. But the entire time you're going to be thinking, this doesn't seem right. This isn't the human thing to do. We're better than this. We feel a call to love, to extend our love. That is who we are. That is what we're meant to be. That is what the world is when we allow it to exist in the way that it wants to exist. So yes, you can control these you can control your life and have this like 5-day on, 2-day off life. Maybe you're better. Maybe you can flip it where it's like you only work 2 days a week and you get to relax for 5. And I'm not just talking about work week. I'm talking about just day-to-day interactions. Like if you're spending so much time worrying to be able to enjoy, I don't know, you're allowed to settle if you want, but coming from me, I believe you are worth more because I believe that I am worth more because I feel that I am, and I know that I am worth more. I know that I am capable of a life of bliss, perpetual, everlasting. true. And here's the hardest pill to swallow. The way to get that is by admitting you don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. You really don't. Unless you are willing to settle for those for that suffering mixed with happiness. If you're willing to settle for that, then hey, I guess that's what you want, and you can have that. But I don't know why you wouldn't want to be able to enjoy every moment. Because I've found for myself, when I fully surrender to the world, to life and the way it comes across to me, and I accept that there is no suffering happening in this moment right now, and I put my full focus on that, full attention on that, and full devotion to existing in the moment where there is only peace, it carries me to the next moment where there is only peace because it's the same moment. And things will come in and out of that moment. Forms will change. The people in your life will have different faces, different attributes. None of that is important. It's just the peace that's important. Of retaining that. Once you can see that peace, you know where that is, and you can attain it. All you've got to do is tend to that fire. Keep the peace alive. Be willing to sacrifice anything to do that. And that includes sacrificing the past, sacrificing the future, sacrificing a life where you think you know what you want because you don't. In a life where you do not suffer, in a life where everything is perfect because it's exactly the way it was meant to be, it necessitates you don't know what's coming next. It couldn't be perfect if you knew. You'd get bored if you knew everything that was going to happen. It's got to be fresh and exciting and new in every moment, and it can be. You just need to be willing to say yes. Yes to this moment. Yes to however this moment wants to direct me in new ways, to take new leaps, to change its form while still remaining the same. I've found that I'm not perfect at this, of course. Relatively speaking, I'm very new to this whole game. So who am I to rag on myself for getting it wrong? But I find whenever I do lose my way, it's always because I keep this mind that I want to keep this peace. But what I really do is identify that peace and conflate it with a form of peace, a concept of peace. I need to have this amount of money in my pocket at all times. I need to watch this TV show the day it premieres. I need to uphold patterns that I've let serve me for so long. And I allow myself to believe that that is the only way to keep this peace. Nah. That is only a form of peace, and forms are not permanent. They can't be. That's not something you can argue with. There is no form in this universe that you find joy in that will last forever. It's an impossibility. But peace will last forever somewhere. It is always available for you to find. But the thing is, you've got to be willing to find it in every moment. And that's got to be the only thing you care about. The moment you allow a specific form to take precedent over the totality of peace itself, it's like the timeline splits. You leave the reality of peace that you're in to go search off something that no longer exists, that doesn't exist. It's a lie you're telling yourself. Because how many times have you gotten what you wanted and it still didn't make you happy? But how many times have you found yourself in a moment where you thought, man, I didn't know this was my kind of thing, but I'm really enjoying this? You do not know what you want. But what you want will always be given for you, so long as you're willing to look and give anything in your life to have it. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. I love you.